this is Beth, actively lose weight. This is my second part of my Eat Stop Eat review. The first part really covered the basics of what Eat Stop Eat is and some benefits you'll gain from it. In this one, I wanted to go a little bit more in depth, answer some misgivings and some misconceptions you might have about the program. And in the second part, I want to talk about what a day in my life on Eat Stop Eat is and sort of show you how it can be pretty easy and how you can make it easier. So to start out with, I think the big question people have with Eat Stop Eat, with not eating for 24 hours, is that your metabolism should slow down, according to what you hear from a lot of fitness experts. And what I want to say is that it doesn't. And I'm not unsupported in this. For one thing, the book says a lot about it. In my own experience, you do not feel tired like you would if your metabolism slowed down. And overall, in research studies that I believe that show up in the book and elsewhere on the web, because I looked them up because I was a little hesitant, it says that starvation mode does not start for 72 hours after you eat your last piece of food. So a 24-hour fast is well within that limit, and your metabolism will keep chugging along just fine. One thing that really had me worried before I started this program was that my blood sugar would go crazy. I know what it's like to get really dizzy and lightheaded, and because of low blood sugar, where you just need to eat to stabilize that. And what I have to say to that is you eat healthy before you start the fast, and you'll be fine, more fine than you thought you'd be. I still get that low blood sugar problem if I eat something really sugary on an empty stomach and don't eat afterwards. Donuts at work are an awful example of that. And so now I know not to do that, but it's not something I experience on an Eat Stop Eat diet. If you are worried, you could ask your doctor about it, but bring the book in and show them and see what they say after that. Working out while fasting is a great idea. It will do a lot for you. Your body is working off of stored fuel, which means fat. You might try working out later and later into the fast if you're worried about it. I find I can work out at the end of a fast as easily as at the beginning without a weird feeling in my stomach if I've eaten too recently. So those are some ideas people might have had that are inaccurate about Eat Stop Eat. A day in my life on Eat Stop Eat is kind of normal looking, but I stop eating after supper. I ignore my evening snack, and I go to bed. I sleep in on purpose on fasting days, which is great. I enjoy that a lot, because if I sleep in, I don't have time for breakfast. I don't bring snacks for work, so I do not have the opportunity to have a morning snack. For lunchtime, I make sure I have errands to do, so that I'm not sucked into the normal routine of eating lunch. And in the afternoons, at the end of the fast, it gets a little more intense. You realize you're hungry, and something that's really great about Eat Stop Eat is you're not stopping yourself from ingesting anything, just ingesting calories. So if you like coffee, you can have plain coffee, no creamer, no sugar. You can have tea, you can have diet soda. One thing I find really helpful is that you can have calorie-free gum, and that gets your mouth moving, and that really addresses some of the problems that you might have not eating, is the urges to be chewing something, to relieve boredom, to stimulate yourself. And Eat Stop Eat really makes you aware of those urges because you're feeling them and you can't take care of them. I remember my first couple of fasts, every few minutes I would be kind of nervous, like I knew I needed food, but I didn't. It was just an urge. And now I realize what those urges are. And even on my non-fast days, it's much easier to ignore them. Which is a huge gift that Eat Stop Eat gives you after a few fasts, is that you realize when you've become accustomed to eating food. Maybe if you didn't even know that is when you wanted to eat food. But, lunch, afternoon, I usually start eating a few of those little goodies that help you stave off the wish to eat calories. Good after work, I make myself supper, and then I'm eating again. And that is 24 hours without food. It's really easy now. It was not easy the first 3 or 4, but you have a reassurance now. It gets easier. I don't even think about it anymore. Food does not come into my mind until hour 22 or so. So that is my experience. I hope me sharing it has really helped you think about Eat Stop Eat in a positive way. I'm Beth. This is Actively Lose Weight. Thanks for watching.